are now watching the College Baseball Insider Show.
It's behind him. This is hammered. Left field, and we are tied. Wow.
Now, here are your hosts, giving you an inside look into the top matchups.
What is up, College Baseball Insider fans? I'm Matt Grissom, joined not by Q Millie. That should be Smitty. There we go. Got it fixed. We're going to recap week 2. I was, of course, down in Arlington to watch the Arkansas Bats go to sleep. Looks like they've woken up here as they played 7 runs in the first inning against Grambling State. So good to see them actually know how to swing a bat. Smitty, what's up?
What's happening? Is it they know how to swing, or is it the competition today?
It is definitely Grambling State. And as I talked about earlier backstage, I'm redoing my office. My microphone is just free floating, so I'm going to sit here and hold it the entire show. So it'll be a quick one. But all right, so best bets recap. Iowa, Brody Brecht played against Auburn, and I was kind of worried about that because the bullpens for Iowa, it just continues to be a problem. The lack of scoring production from the Iowa offense continues to be a problem. They let us down, Smitty. What happened?
Yeah, they got me Sunday. I had them in a moneyline parlay Sunday. It looked good, but yeah, the bullpen. I'll tell you, those Sunday games are crazy. There's a lot of bad bullpens. So keep an eye out for the audience. Keep an eye on those overs maybe on Sunday, because there was some high-scoring games. There was some high-scoring first-inning games also, and a lot of errors on Sunday. There was a lot if you look through the box scores and tracking the games, there was a lot of errors also on Sunday.
Yeah, Q Millie continues to carry us here. He's got a lot of green on his board. USC, the only one, didn't get it done against Portland State, but I think they ended up winning 2 out of 3 to clinch the series.
Yep.
But all right, so moving along to the top 25 after week 2, no real big changes. A couple of fell out. Iowa, UCLA, Kansas State have all dropped out. The newcomers are Dallas Baptist, Auburn, and Campbell. The Campbells make their appearance here as the number 21 team, sitting at 6-1. Does anything jump out? It kind of surprised me. A lot of the odds outside of ECU have stayed the same. There's a lot of movement.
Yeah, and you saying Dallas Baptist, that's a program that's always really good. I mean, they're always in there. Campbell has a big game today. They're playing Coastal right now. Last time I checked, it was 0-0 in that one. But no, I mean, nothing. I was very impressed with Oregon State. Oregon State, again, they lost to Arkansas, but what a game. I mean, you were there. That was a fantastic baseball game. And then they took care of business. I mean, the offense is fantastic. And back to your team with Arkansas, I mean, the pitching staff's lights out right now. I mean, it is just fantastic. If they get the bats going, which they will, their pitching staff is fantastic. So that's one. Florida, we finally got to see them play a little bit. Their first weekend got rained out a little bit. I think 2 out of 3 games got rained out week 1. They came back. Good team there. TCU, I was very impressed with too.
Let's go on over to our 3 up, 3 down, because I want to talk about one that I'm surprised the odds haven't shifted on, and that's Texas A&M. You look at Team Sierra. Arkansas is number 2, Texas A&M's number 1, and then Florida was number 3. You go over to the offensive side where Arkansas has struggled. Texas A&M is still number 5 with a WRC plus at 163, tied with Miami actually for that 4th spot. So you're looking at a team in A&M, and I get it. They've played Wagner and McNeese State and Incarnate Word. Not the greatest of competition, but as far as a well-balanced team, Texas A&M looks to fit the bill. And going back to the odds screen here, 20-1, it may be worth backing the Aggies a little bit because they're going to continue to build momentum. We'll see once they get into conference play as to whether or not these numbers can sustain themselves. But as of right now, I'm really impressed with the Aggies as well as TCU. They hosted UCLA over the weekend in Lupton. Unfortunately, didn't get to make it to a game, but TCU brought it. They swept them, knocking UCLA out of the top 25. And then I've got to put Florida back in my good graces. It looks to be more like they were just caught off guard with that week one abysmal game that Cade Fisher had. So there's my up. We'll go on and do your up. Teams you're higher on this week than last.
Yeah, I kind of like Duke still. I think I was on Duke, but I really just keep taking them up. I think they should be a little higher. I mean, I'm just very impressed by them. And one thing why I'm very impressed with them is they took care of business in the midweek. You saw a lot of midweek upsets last week too. I think LSU went down. Vandy struggled, I think, midweek too. There were some teams, but again, the pitching staff's fantastic. I think they should just keep climbing. So they're up for sure. TCU, hey, listen, a week ago, I was at Florida Gulf Coast was right there in all those games with them. So I was kind of down on them, but they really came back and they played fantastic. I mean, like you said, they swept UCLA, a ranked team. They outscored them 23-9 in this. The two top pitchers, totally, I think Klecker came back really well and pitched extremely well in that. So they're up for me. And Coastal Carolina, why are they back up? Because a week ago when we did this show on Monday, I said take them down because the bats weren't there. They didn't hit. They weren't hitting. So I got to find my notes real quick here. Let me see. Coastal. Yeah, they took care of business. They outscored opponents 54-13. Just really hit the ball. I mean, scoring some runs. Illinois, they put up 17, 12 against Ball State. Cincinnati, 25 on Sunday. So there's a team that I thought really did a nice job hitting the ball. They're in a game tonight. Again, little 0-0 last time I saw. So those are my three up teams right now, Matt.
All right. And then Quentin has TCU, Virginia, Indiana. Really no surprise here with Indiana moving up the board as well. They look.
And Indiana was my fourth one, Matt. I tweeted them out. I took them all weekend against Baylor. They're my new team. Got T-shirts coming to the house. I can't wait. Can't wait.
So my down is Iowa. More importantly, Iowa's bullpen. They continue to get good starts by their starting pitchers, only to blow it or not give enough run support to them. That's just disappointing. For Arkansas, I put them on. Their pitching is phenomenal. Hagen Smith had 17 strikeouts against Oregon State's hot offense on Friday night in Arlington. Brady Tigert came in, had, I think, 5 strikeouts. And then Mason Molina had 10 strikeouts his Sunday start. The pitching rotation is great. We've got arms for days in the bullpen, but we batted below 800 OPS in Arlington. That's not going to cut it during SEC play. We've got to get the bats going. I was lucky enough to get down on the field and ask Dave Van Horn afterwards, what are your final takeaways for Arlington? And he said pitching, he felt great. He had a lot of young arms that got put on a big stage and worked through some stuff. As far as the bats, he said, offensively, we've just got to play better. That was very disappointing. So Arkansas, you're down until you're up with the bats, and then UCLA. I mean, really no competition for UCLA or for TCU this weekend. I was down on them going into the season. Didn't feel like they were anywhere close to the Oregon State level as far as running the Pac-12. So down you go.
Yeah, mine, if you look at mine's the same as Q's. And I was right with, I had them all written down. And when I saw his, I was like, oh, we're going to be matched up here. Because Iowa, again, it's, they lost to Lehigh the week before on a Sunday. Like you said, the bullpen just hasn't been there. And I'm kind of concerned with their offense a little bit. And my new team's just Indiana in the Big Ten. So let's just keep going with that. So, and Vanderbilt's just a weird team. And I think, if you go back to the preview show that you and Q did from the guide and you really broke it down, that's what both of you said, that this offense is just, it's a question mark. And I think you're seeing that. Their bullpen really blew a game really late. I think that was Sunday that they gave up a lot of runs late in a game. So that's concerning. And again, UCLA, I mean, why are you on that? There was a big matchup against TCU. That would have been, if you could have got at least 1 or 2 out of that. And they didn't. And they just got really outplayed and overmatched in that. So for a ranked team to go in and get swept like the way they did against, and again, TCU is a good program and a good team, but UCLA has to go down too on that.
All right. Well, that just about covers it. Quick and easy, painless. We'll be back probably Thursday night to preview the week 3 slate. We've got several good games, especially down in Arlington again, and then Houston at Minute Maid. So we will touch on all of those. Hopefully you'll get all 3 of us back so we can go over our best bets as we continue this rolling. Smitty, you have anything else to leave the people with? I'm just excited that we get more data to come through and try to get some better averages on these teams so we can continue to roll on.
No, I know Q put some plays out. I played a couple tonight too. Again, just be careful. These midweeks are a little crazy. I played 3 tonight, so it's out on social media. And if you have some plays, best of luck and win some money tonight.
Couldn't have said it any better. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll catch you later on this week.